Victoria Swan Lake.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move introduction of the Youth Voter Registration Act for first reading.
Honourable members, you've heard the question. All those in favour? Aye. Opposed? Motion is carried.
Madam Speaker, it gives me great pleasure to introduce this bill, which, if enacted, will have a lasting and positive effect on the engagement of young British Columbians. It is indeed complementary to the democratic reforms proposed by the member from Saanich North and the Islands. This bill would allow for the registration of British Columbians at the age of 16. Legislation like this already exists in other Canadian provinces. Madam Speaker, in election after election, the 18 to 24-year-old demographic is consistently the lowest in voter participation in our province. In the 2011 report from Keith Archer, BC's Chief Electoral Officer, to the Legislative Assembly, several recommendations were made, and it was noted that there was a positive correlation between registration and voting.
Members, please continue.
This bill would allow Government, Elections BC, and the Ministry of Education to work in conjunction with schools across the province. It would dramatically increase the number of registered voters by the time they reach the age of 18 when they become eligible to vote. Currently, voter registration is restricted to those who are already 18 years old. That means it's when many youth become eligible to vote, they have already left school, and it is much more difficult to be enumerated. Under this bill, youth would already be pre-registered and would encourage younger voters to take their civic duty to heart. Madam Speaker, I've had the opportunity to consult with several audiences of high school students on the intent of this bill, most recently at Reynolds Secondary School in my constituency. I'm pleased to report that there's a unanimous consensus in favor of this measure. The young people have noted that this exists in several other provinces and has indeed increased youth voter participation. By tabling this bill today, it gives the opportunity for all members of the House on both sides to also consult with young people in high schools in their constituency about the intent of this bill, and I look forward to second reading of the bill. I move that this bill be placed on the orders of the day for second reading at the next sitting of the House. Thank you.
Thank you, members. Honourable members, you've heard the question. All those in favour? Opposed? Motion is carried.